It's 5 o'clock on a Wednesday, and it's time for
Craig and Ryland Magic Review Show.
I'm Craig.
Are you?
Yes, I'm Craig.
Right. I'm Ryland.
And welcome back to another review show right here on
Magic TV.
Now, you probably noticed we're not in our normal place. We're in the office today, aren't we? Because we're about to go to a magic convention up in Newcastle, the Wizards weekend. We've got Tom coming with us, Thomas Maloney as well, which is going to be super fun. He's sitting behind the camera right now. So we're getting this review show in right now while we're in the office. But nothing changes. We're going to be looking at 4 tricks that have been released to the magic community. We're going to tell you exactly what we think of those 4 tricks. We're going to perform every single trick that we review, and it's going to be super awesome, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And we're going to start off with, I don't even know what we're doing. We'll figure it out. We're going to start off with this. So the first trick we're looking at has, I kind of think it's flown under the radar a little bit. It got released about a month ago. I don't think a lot of people have kind of understood exactly what it is. I know I didn't until I looked at the tutorial. We're talking about gravity clips, which have been released through Vanishing Ink.
Yeah.
Now, I'll tell you right now, you're about to see a performance, just a little performance that we did in like the man cave to Thea. Ryland did it to Thea. But I'll tell you right now, both me and Ryland think this is awesome.
It is.
And we want it in our show. So
I've got the only one.
Well, yeah, I need to get one for myself. But in essence, what it is it's the revelation of a thing. Now, before you see the performance, let me explain. So, the way that they do the performance on the tutorial is they use postcards. So and there's lots of live performances, which is great. The first live performance is using postcards of like locations, ungimmick postcards, and they're going to teach you how to do it with ungimmick postcards. And they're going to teach you how to do a very simple control to be able to get everything in place where you need it. Then they teach you the same thing with postcards with films on. And then they go through variations, which we'll talk about later on. The reason I bring this up is because when you and I looked at this, we immediately said to each other, this would be great for something like Mind Blocks. Yeah. Because if you're using something like Mind Blocks, it'll still work just as a postcard will, but it means that you don't have to, you can have the spectator shuffle the cards, you can have them take any card they want to, they can put it back in themselves, shuffle it again, and you're immediately in position to do what you need to do. You don't need to control anything. Everything's in the spectator's hands because of the marking system that Phil Smith developed for Mind Blocks. Now, you immediately went to Mind Blocks because a lot of your stuff involves toys and so on and so forth. So how you're going to see the performance of this done right now is Ryland using the Mind Blocks deck, which I brought out through Penguin Magic, and he's using the marking system on the Mind Blocks cards to be able to do this. Full disclosure, when you buy this, they don't advise, or they don't talk about using marked cards. They suggest using like ungimmick cards, which you can do, but I just think it makes it a bit cleaner using the Mind Blocks cards. Yeah. Let's have a look at that performance right now.
Okay, so I'm here, my sister Phil. Hi. Now here, I have 8 different Lego sets. So Karate Dojo, Zombie Apocalypse, Games Arcade, Christmas Tree, Donut Shop, Shopping Mall, Ambulance, and a Quad Bike, okay? Now all of these, I'm going to get you to pick one, but you don't get to know which, well, you do get to know, but you don't get to know which one you picked until you pick it. So you don't get to choose, basically. So I want you to mix them up first. Good. So you don't know which one's which, because you could have seen the order when I laid them out.
Take it back, and take some like that. Put it there, and one last little shuffle.
There, okay. Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to touch any one of these cards.
This one.
This one. Now, you sure you want that one? Have a look at it. I'm going to show the camera.
Yep.
Okay. Now, without showing me, I just want you to put it back in the pack and shuffle those cards up. Okay. So you don't know where your card is, so don't look. Just shuffle the cards. All shuffled? Yeah. Okay. Now you obviously don't know where your card is. Could be this one, could be this one, could be this one, could be this one. It could literally be any.
It could be any.
Could be any. Okay. Now, what I'm going to want you to do is, I've got this little rod here. I'm going to slowly, one by one, attach each card. Now, it could be, and when you see it, don't tell me if it's yours, but it could be the Christmas tree.
Yeah, could be.
Could be the donut shop.
It could, but it might not be.
Could be the Games Arcade.
Good.
We've got one of them right there.
Oh, forgot about that.
You've got, could be the Zombie Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Could be the Quad Bike.
Possibly.
Could be the Shopping Mall.
Possibly. Oh, I got it then. Oh yes, I should be walking back to your side.
Make it a little bit easier if you did, I guess.
Sorry about that.
Could be the
Where's it?
Karate Dojo.
Yeah, could be, might not be though. You never know.
It could be the ambulance. We'll go over there too so they can all see.
Yep.
Okay, now, when I snap my fingers, they should all start to fall off. Hold it a little bit high there. Hold it really tight. So on the count of 3, they should start to fall off. Hopefully one by one, maybe a little bit faster. And your card should be the only one left. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
There. One card left. Come back, come back, come back, come back, come back. This one card is the Games Arcade. If it was your card, the Games Arcade.
Yes!
So, I mean, that was a great performance. That shows you exactly what this is, right?
I really like this.
Why do you like it so much?
I just really like the visual of when all the cards just snap and all the cards just fall off.
It looks great. And you can actually have, with a bit of audience management, you can have 2 spectators holding either end of the string. Like, I know you held one end and Thea held the other, but if you bring 2 spectators up on stage and they're holding either end of the string, and then you just say on the count of 3, I want you to pull and concentrate on the card that you're thinking of, they'll all fall down and the spectators done it themselves, which I think is also a really cool thing, and it's completely hands-off. It's one of those tricks that Pack Small plays big, because it's just this one thing that you put in your case, but you're going to be able to fill a whole stage with it, and I love anything like that. And like I say, you don't have to use the Mind Box cards, but what I love is there's lots of cards like that. I'm responsible for a lot of them, like Evoke and Focus. Let's say you want to do a film about movies, use Focus. If you want to do something about heroes and villains, use the Heroes and Villains deck. If you're a mentalist and you want to talk about, thinking about a positive emotion that you love or something, you can use Evoke. Exactly. There's lots of different ways of actually using marked cards in order to be able to do this sort of thing.
Marked cards.
Stop dissing my tricks. Now, I haven't bought a deck like that out for 6 months because you keep insulting me.
You got Magic Button recently, didn't you?
That Magic Button isn't the same sort of thing. It's not a... Shut up. So, they've got a really nice idea with silks, where in a kid's show you've got like 8 different coloured silks, and they use a clear force bag to force a colour, and you get all the kids to shout the colour to shout the colour they picked, and all the other silks fall down except for the colour that they picked, and the kids are holding the thing on stage so that the silks just fall down. I thought that was absolutely amazing. There's a mentalist style routine where you're getting people to write names down and put them into envelopes, but for me the real power of this is it is simply a revelation. It is a revelation of something that somebody has picked or thought of. And revelations are really strong, especially when done correctly. And this is one of the best revelations I've ever seen. That moment where everything falls down and you say, really concentrate on that film that you thought of, really concentrate, and let's see if we can make this happen. I want to imagine everything falling away except for that one film. And then you see that visual. Great.
Yeah.
So, easy to do. You'll be doing it within 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Tutorials, very good. Lots of live performances. Instant reset, you can do it again.
Yeah.
You can vary it.
You just pick up the cards.
Exactly. You can adapt it. If you're doing a corporate event, for example, you could have names of products that they have, or at a wedding, you could have the bride and groom, write down, 8 of all their bridesmaids and groomsmen and everything, and then they can pick one, and you can adapt it in so many different ways, and no angles. Very little space it takes up in your case, and it's something completely unique. I love this. I'm giving this 100%. It is absolutely going in my show. What about you?
150.
150%.
Yeah.
This is one of Vanishing Ink's best tricks that I've seen in a long time. I love this.
Yeah.
So you can get it from Vanishing Ink and all the other magic dealers as well. It's called Gravity Clips. Well done. It's such a great trick. Okay, so next up, what are you picking me up again? Next up, we have from the boys that bought us this pad, Sven and Bosch, or Wurst and Bosch. We have Green Lemon bringing out two versions of the same trick, and the trick is called Finger Match. Right. Well, there's two versions, isn't there? There's two versions of this trick.
They're both called finger match.
They're both called Finger Match.
High Five edition and something
Deep
else.
Brain or brain something
Brain Five edition.
brain something edition. Basically, there's God, we're the worst magic reviewers in the world. There's two versions of this trick, and in essence, what the trick is it is an ESP matchup routine. So it is a way of doing an ESP matchup routine, but without using ESP symbols. Now, personally, I'll tell you right right from the gate, I use Cube 52 to do ESP matchup routines. Use Cube 52.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
But I use
Oh, your unreleased trick that's not
yeah,
come out through.
that's
Yeah,
what I use, the Lego one.
yeah. However, this is. I mean, from a technical point of view, this is an ESP matchup. There's nothing really different from a technical point of view. They're using the classic jazz ESP matchup. It's explained very well. So if you don't know it, it's explained in great detail. You're going to see Ryland doing a performance of it. But what they're basically selling to you here, as well as a very in-depth tutorial teaching you how to do this, they're also going to basically sell you the cards. And the cards, there's two different versions of this, but they're both kind of similar but different. There's a version kind of for the more serious mentalist and for adults, which is they're black and white, and the images on the front are black and white. But in essence, it's fingers. So you've got a finger doing that, a finger doing that, a finger doing that, a finger doing that, and a hand doing that. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's not a finger.
Twice. Yeah, okay. You got a finger, whatever. You've got a hand doing that, and that. Now that is repeated twice. You've then got the kids version, or the version that they say is best for a family entertainer, which is the same thing, but it's really colourful, like super colourful. Like this card is in blue, and this one is in red, and this one is in yellow, and this one is in green, that sort of
And
thing.
this one in pink.
Yeah. So
I like
there's two different versions. You're about to see a performance of Ryland using the family entertainer version. They're very similar, but there are differences. We'll talk about that in a second. But first of all, if you've never seen an ESP matchup routine, this is Ryland performing the finger match. This is the high five edition, right? Which is designed to look like a game. So you'll see this right
Okay,
now.
now here I have my sister Thea, say hi.
Hi.
And I also have this game. Now we're not going to play the game, but what we're going to do is I'm going to use the cards inside the game to see if we can kind of connect using the cards, okay? So anyway, I've got 10 cards here, okay? So the game's called High Five, but it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we each get 5 cards. You also get 5 cards. Take them cards and hold them so I can't see them, and you're gonna hold them like that, okay? Now, what's gonna happen is, so I can't see, so you hold it like that and face towards the camera. And what's gonna happen is I'm not gonna look, but I'm gonna place a card down, then you're gonna place a card down. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna place a card down, then you're gonna place the card down, then I'm gonna place a card down. Okay?
Yep.
That's how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna place this one down. Then you place one underneath it. That one.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna place. Feel good with this one. Then you place one. Don't let me see. There you go. Okay, now I'm gonna place one. I'm gonna place. Feel good about this one here.
I'm gonna go for that.
You gonna go for that one? I'm gonna go for this one. I want to look a little bit. It's a little bit closer. Okay.
I'm
There you
gonna go for this one.
That one. Okay. I'm gonna place that one then. There you go. Obviously got one last. One. Okay, so there you go. Now we have hopefully matched up. So I'm gonna stack all of them up. I want you to hold them. Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna stack all of mine up like this. Now remember, you dealt these cards and I dealt my card, but I went first, so you couldn't have possibly known what I was gonna do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, on the count of 3, face the camera. So on the count of 3, we're both going to turn over one card, okay? Count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And they completely and totally match up.
So that's finger match. Now, I actually prefer the high five edition for a couple of different reasons. The first reason is it's more fun, it's more colourful, it looks like a kind of a game that you would carry around with you, like a little card game. The other ones that are black and white, they're kind of designed for a serious mentalist kind of thing. They look like psychology cards, but I don't think that you'd ever see cards like that. But the main difference between them, in my opinion, is the marking system. The marking system on the colourful cards, on the high five edition, is so easy to read, even from a distance. Me with terrible eyesight, I can see it immediately.
But it's well hidden.
It's well hidden. You'll never see it.
If you don't know what you're looking for.
Yeah, even when I told you what to look for, you still couldn't find it.
Yeah.
And I had to like go, no, this is it. And you're like, oh. The other one, the one for the serious mentalist, the brain, whatever it is, I can't read those marks for love nor money.
Okay.
Now, you can because you've got little young eyes, but I can't. Like,
I've got baby eyes.
you got baby eyes. They even say on the tutorial that the markings are, you know, more difficult to read because they wanted to make it more deceptive. And I worry that they've gone too deceptive, because if I was going to perform with those cards, I'd have to go, you put that card down, have you? 1 minute. All right, I'm going to put that one down. Like, literally, that's how it would look, right? That's how it would look. Now, you've got to expect that I'm 50 next year and I'm as blind as a bat and I'm old, as Ryland continues to tell me over and over again. However, I think they are harder to read on.
Yeah, they're way harder.
Yeah, if you struggle sometimes with reading marked cards, you're screwed, basically. However, the high five edition that you saw the performance of, you'd have to be Stevie Wonder to not see the marks. Like, you'll be absolutely fine. With that in mind, there's nothing else about it. It's a great tutorial on how to do a Jazz ESP matchup, and it's nicely produced, nicely made cards that give you a reason to carry them around with you. They're nice and colourful if you go for the high five edition, and you know, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you know the Jazz version of ESP matchup, it just kind of makes the mnemonic easier to remember. So I'm going to give this, look, I'm going to give it 79%, as much as I love Green Lemon, and I do, 79%, as much as I love Green Lemon, and I do, and as much as I think this is a great product, and it is, I use Cube 52. That's not going to change, because I can take the cards out the Cube 52 deck, I can do that, then I can do something else. What are you giving it?
Well, I'm going to give it 79% because I use
your Lego thing?
Yeah, my Lego ESP. But if you want to get an ESP matchup routine, this is a good one to get.
It is a very good one to get, yeah. It teaches you how to do it. You got everything you need. So there you go. That's Finger Match by Green Lemon. That's your second review. Now we're going to go into what Ryland told me earlier on is probably one of the best tricks that he's ever reviewed in his entire career as a Magic reviewer. Remember, he started reviewing products when he was 7 years old. You'll find out now. He still doesn't know what I'm talking about. He still doesn't know. I'm talking about Reusable Cup.
Oh, yeah.
Reusable Cup by
JM Magic.
By JM Magic, thank you. I'm going to leave this over to you. Yeah, I always forget.
That's naughty.
I am terrible. I can remember tricks. I can't remember names. Now, listen, Bob. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to... no, I'm going to let you take the lead on this. And the reason I'm going to take the... Yeah, I want you to take the lead. And the reason I want you to take the lead is because, well, I mean, you watched this at Blackpool. You immediately fell in love with it. You've been working very hard on it. So can you tell everybody? Yeah. We've got a performance, but first of all, synopsisize them. Tell them what it is. Tell them what it does. Tell them the story of seeing it at Blackpool. All of that stuff. Go for it. It's all on you, buddy.
Yeah, so... I saw it at Blackpool when those two went together before we went on the dealer stand. You went on Penguin. So we saw this, and we saw this with flat strix. And we're like, that's pretty good. We'll get one of them. So we got two of them, and we don't use two of them in the same place, like the same act. We'll keep one here and one at home. What we do is, well, you'll see it in a minute, but it comes with the cup and a lid. I haven't actually got the sleeve for it yet, but you can get like a Costa sleeve and put it on and cut the hole, so you've got a Costa sleeve. So it looks like a Costa cup basically. And
well, before you talk about exactly what the trick is, let's show them the performance.
Yeah.
But it's worth noting.
It's hard to explain it without.
It's worth noting that not everything that Ryland does in this performance is included in the kit, just because.
What's not?
Well, you've put your own routine together for it, so they're not going to get they're not going to get a delight. They're not going to get a pro light to do the bit at the beginning. They're not going to get a cane to do the cane production. They're not going to do a split. The way that it finishes or the way that it ends when you watch the tutorial is with a confetti production, which we'll talk about in a bit.
Confetti.
We have, but it's not in this video. But let's have a look at the performance of it first of all, and then we'll talk about it a bit more. So I love that performance. I love the structure. The tutorial kind of doesn't really go through a routine, does it? It goes through moves. You watch the tutorial. Do you want to fill them in?
So it shows you all the moves basically. So it shows you how to steal the ball. Well, first of all, it shows you like the straw. So it shows you the fact that you can just take a normal straw and just go, let go of it, and it will pop up like that. So that's really fun. Anyway, I mean, it basically just teaches you all the moves.
Yeah, and then you have to kind of put it together into a routine.
Yeah,
like
you
found the music, you put the routine together. There is a confetti production. Ryland didn't do the confetti production in this video because we were filming it in a place where his mom would have been very upset if confetti was all over the floor. But there is a load in the cup for the confetti, and the way that it normally ends is after you put the ball away at the end, and you make the confetti just appear out of nowhere, right? Just by shaking the cup.
Yeah, if you watch the trailer, he didn't do any of like the normal stuff where he's like just taking the ball without the cup. He ends with taking the ball, putting it in the cup, whoosh, confetti. He doesn't actually put it in the cup.
Okay, cool. There's also a move that you don't do because your hands are a bit too small at the moment, but he's got this really cool move where he puts the ball in there, you show your hand completely empty and then you just do this and the ball appears, which is great. But you need to have slightly bigger hands than you've got to be able to do that. So
I got tiny hands.
tiny hands, tiny little baby hands, like your tiny little baby face. So, how easy is it to do?
It took me a lot of practice, but I'm getting better at it.
Yeah.
It's
Angles.
not like super hard, but it's okay.
Straight sage piece, really, isn't it? It's,
Yeah, you don't want to like you don't want to hold it just normally. You want to tilt it back a little bit so they can't see the whole.
Yeah, or any of the gimmicks that are involved.
Gimmicks, yeah.
You've actually done this in front of a live audience, didn't you?
Yeah.
You've actually gone and done it in a Easter party, a family Easter party that you did.
Got an egg from there.
You got an egg from there.
It
That
was,
was it. You got an
mini
egg as a
eggs,
tip.
Mini eggs. Egg.
And how was the? How did it go in the audience in the performance?
They really liked it.
Yeah. Okay. So you don't have to do it to music like Ryland does. You can actually do it any way that you want to. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing else really to say about it. What are you going to give it? I'm going to give it 79% because there is no way I'm going to do this. It's just
Million percent.
a billion million percent from mine. 79% from me. The day that I start prancing around on stage to jazz music, making balls appear and throwing confetti in the air, is the day that I'm probably arrested. So that's never going to happen. But 79% from me. I can appreciate how beautiful it is. But I'm just not the performer for that sort of trick. But you, 1 billion%. You don't get that reference. You need to watch Austin Powers. It's really good. It's not appropriate for your sister. Probably not appropriate for you, but whatever. Right, let's move on to the final review. Okay, right, so the final review today is Spectrum Silks, which is by SEO Magic. No, by N2G. We got it from N2G. And it is basically...
I don't actually remember the name.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Spectrum Silks, but we'll put down the bottom if it's not. But what this look, I'm not going to say anything. He's not going to say anything. We're just going to show you a performance of this, first of all, and so you can see exactly what this is. So there you go. I mean...
Okay, here I have my really old magic wand, as you can see. Now, it's really cool. It's a really cool magic wand, because I can actually take this red silk, and I'll slowly push it into this side of my magic wand, like this, into there, like this. When I snap my fingers, I can actually start to pull the other side out, which is actually yellow. And I start pushing the red in completely like this. I can actually completely pull the yellow one out, like that. Now, as you can see, like I said, there is nothing inside of my magic wand like that. Now anyway, we're going to go back in. So we're going to put the yellow silk back into the wand. When I put the yellow silk in, like this, start to push it in like that. When I snap my fingers, like that, I can actually start to pull the blue one out. And I'll push the yellow one in completely, like that. And then I can pull the blue one out completely, like that. Which again, is pretty cool. And like, once again, you can see that my wand is completely and totally empty. Now I'm going to do this one final time. So I'm going to put the blue one inside of the wand, just like that. And when I snap, I can actually start to pull out, quite far down, I didn't put it in that much, and actually start to pull out the red one, once again like that. So I put the blue one in, completely, like that. I can pull out the red, the yellow, the green, and the blue, like that, which is pretty cool. We'll put that there just for a second. But once again, you can see that my wand is completely and totally empty. But I can show you one last thing, because over here I have my silks. And I want you to watch these 4 silks, just like this. Actually, turn it into 4 coloured
There you go. I mean, what it is basically, it is a colour changing silk routine. You show the magic wand empty, you put the silk in, it changes colour, you do it again, you do it again, you do it again. But what I love about it is all of the silks end up tied together, and then you've got that beautiful moment at the end where all the tied together silks turn into the cane.
Yeah.
Now, how easy is this to do? Because, and I know you're going to go, it's really easy, but there's a lot of people that struggle with cane manipulation, and you can't barely go 5 minutes in an act without pulling a cane out of somewhere. So I know that you, like the amount of appearing canes we've got, I think we've paid Bonley's mortgage 4 times. It's bloody ridiculous. Got appearing canes out of everywhere. Every orifice canes come out of. So you're quite used to appearing canes. Tell people how hard this is, how easy it is, how practical it is. Are you going to do it? Because I'll tell you now, I'm not. Go for it.
I think I'll do this in like a kid show.
Mm-hmm.
It's okayly easy. I don't think that's a thing.
It's okayly easy.
I mean, it sounds weird if I go. It's okay easy.
It's okay easy. So it's not hard. It's not too hard.
It's not too hard.
The hardest part is the cane appearance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You don't find that difficult at all, do you? Okay. But you have to put the silks away somewhere out the way for a minute. And because you have to attach the cane to them, don't you? You can't just...
You don't have to attach them. You take the cane, and then you take the silks. You don't attach them. You just go...
Okay. Right. Okay. I didn't even know. Okay.
That's because you're stupid.
Anything else you want to add about this trick, Ryland?
It's very good.
It's very good.
Just like your tricks.
Hmm?
Just like your tricks. Very good. What are you angry about?
So, what would you give this? What would you give this? 100%.
Yeah.
Is it going in your kid show?
Yeah.
It's going in his kid show. Thank you for the insightful review of this trick, Ryland. Honestly, your phone's ringing.
Is it?
Give me your phone.
I wonder who this could be.
I don't know.
It's Mummy.
The level of professionalism that we have.
It's Mum.
Just, we'll hang up on her. We don't need her. Right, okay, so 100% from me. No, 100% from him. 79%. Honestly, this entire review show is just a debacle. 79% from him. 100% from me. No, the other way around. Strike that and reverse it. Let's just wrap this up.
There's no review show in the bag. There's no review show in the bag. There's no review show in the bag.
Ow! What was the need for that? This is another... You get 2. When you get 3, you're going to regret it.
Okay, I went to 3.
I'm serious. You'll regret it. Right, thank you very much for joining us right here on Magic TV. Don't forget, you want to follow Ryland on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Just go to Ryland the Kid Magician. Don't forget, you can join the Netrix by going to thenetrix.com.
Cookies!
I'm deaf in one ear now. I'll be back again.
Tom wanted some cookies.
I'll be back again next week with another review show. I'll probably be on my own. Thanks for watching. I'm Craig.
I'm Ryland.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.